Alright, what's up YouTube? Daniel back here for another video for the channel. So I want to make a quick video today in terms of what more or less I experienced and basically a rule that I broke that I was following before, and basically, right now I'm in the maintenance phase, so I'm just going to be able to start like a semi-immersion phase, but essentially I'm trying to just maintain a certain diet, and I was just playing around with certain stuff which I shouldn't have been doing, and essentially that's going to be the title of this video and the topic of it. And essentially it's not mixing up your variables when you are introducing or trying to stabilize your diet on your hormones. And essentially what I mean by this is when you are starting out, you have to find basically the diet that gives you the least reaction. So I recommend carnivore or like a paleo diet, sorry, not paleo, keto diet. And those are the best ones to start out with that would give you the least issues. And essentially out of that diet is finding the combination of foods that would help you balance your hormones. So essentially you're not getting any reaction like bloating, gas, any digestion issues, any weird like headaches or inflammation. So essentially the whole job of this is basically it's like an elimination diet, but you're essentially trying to find the foods, the staple foods, more or less, your base foods that will help you to heal, and then from there you're able to start testing things. So what you don't want to do is what I did today was essentially I started adding different things. So things like different, you could say, plant supplements. I added a bunch of different things and essentially mixed up a lot of different things that caused different reactions that I wasn't able to identify and say, okay, this is what it was. So I had like about 5 or different things today. So essentially I more or less identified one, and obviously what I do is I write my biomarkers in the beginning of the day, and I'll start doing it at the end of the day. But essentially what you have to begin to do, like I said, is find your base, and then once your base helps you balance out and heal your hormones, which is going to cause the healing. Then after that, once you're see results and are able to reduce inflammation, or for skin able to remove itching and then start to see your skin clear, that is when you begin to add different foods. So the worst thing you can do is you're having progress, you're having your base foods, you're like, oh, I'm making progress, okay, let me add in 4 or 5 different things this week, like some, it could be anything. It could be like rice, or like a new type of rice, maybe like a new type of like dessert, or like you just basically ruining the progress. The whole thing is sticking to and finding the base foods that will help you, and then from there you're able to try one food a week. So do the food for try the new food. You might feel worse the first day. The second day, adjust how you feel. If you feel worse than the first day, then essentially the food is not possible for you to eat. But if you feel slightly better than the first day, then you have a ability to eat that food. And if you feel slightly better the third day, then it's something you can begin to explore going more into the week. But essentially, you're you should be asking yourself is how you feel the first day, and then if you feel better the second day, then it's the possibility, and then if you feel worse the second day, trying a different food, then it's off the table. So essentially, you're trying to see, because obviously your gut is trying to identify and see if it's a food that it can eat, obviously, and it reacts differently depending on what your macros are, what you're currently eating. If you're on carnivore, especially you're introducing a new carb, maybe you're going to go through things like keto flu and stuff like that, and just getting off ketosis. So if you introduce a carb and you're going to feel worse, which is normal, but the second day, if you don't feel slightly better, then it's something you can't be eating, and that's essentially how you should do it. But then you just do it for the whole week, and then obviously after the third day, if you feel better, you can start to see if it's something that you can do. Sometimes they could adjust, and then you still, let's say the third day, you just feel that the third day you feel one way and you feel that the whole rest of the week, then it's not something you can eat, right? So it's just about trying it and then doing that, and just using your biomarkers and how you feel. So things like if it causes any bloating, any gas, if it ruins the digestion, maybe you get constipated, or you just feel maybe your strength or something go down, Basically, your biomarkers at this point when you introduce new foods should all be balanced. So you're feeling your strongest, you have the best digestion, you're having no bloating, no gas, you're sleeping well, your mood is good, you're able to focus, things like that. These are the biomarkers you should be looking for. And essentially, one is that once that's balanced, and you introduce new food and it ruins one of those for a prolonged period. Like I said, first day is going to get things out of whack, and you're trying to see, make sure it balances out. If it doesn't, then it's not a food you can eat. So the point of the video essentially though is to not do this before you have your, balanced and stable diets. This is, like I said, like a scientist, trying to make a potion or something like that, or a certain concoction, then he tries to figure it out. He's about to figure it out. He's like about to find the recipe or the formula, and then he adds 3 or 4 different things and just like ruins and starts to like fizzle and stuff like that. That's basically what's going to happen. So like you're about to find the ingredients and the recipe, and then you just add 3 to 4 different things and it just like spews, and just think of like things like boiling it. Basically, that's more or less how I see it. So that's basically what you have to avoid. So once you get the 100% and okay, this is the food I can eat, then you start adding in different things and going from there. But don't do everything at once. That's going to ruin all your progress. And trust me, you don't want to do that. The best thing you should be doing is, tracking your biomarkers. I'll make it on the video on the biomarkers, and essentially making sure those are all stabilized and balanced. And once that happens, then you can be able to add the food. And like I said, do it in the way that I showed you. And that will help to introduce new foods into your life. But anyways, hope that helps. Like and subscribe, helps the video grow. And yeah, keep killing it.